I feel like every year there are new trends involving 90s fashion, which is excellent for me because I absolutely love 90s fashion. Hello everyone, I'm Zoe and I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. I also grew up in a tiny town before social media, so fashion moved very, very slowly for us. We were wearing 90s trends well into the 2000s, so 90s fashion is very near and dear to me, and it's something that I incorporate into my wardrobe a lot. So I decided to put together a little lookbook to give you some fashion inspiration through the decade.
Let's start in the early 90s with the sweater vest, an 80s staple that continued into the next decade. It was usually layered over a white t-shirt like everything in the 90s, or over a turtleneck or collared shirt like everything else. Sweater vests continued to be popular through the 2000s, and vests in general are having a comeback. So early 90s fashion was still very 80s, of course, especially in the activewear. Think bright colors, windbreakers, and spandex. I didn't have a windbreaker, so I decided to go with the classic sweatshirt and bike shorts like Princess Diana, who was a huge style icon of the time. I paired it with classic sneakers and, of course, a scrunchie. Also in the early 90s, grunge was born, becoming popular with bands like Nirvana. And we couldn't do grunge without the classic plaid flannel shirt. Although grunge started early on in the decade, it continued to influence fashion and is still a huge influence on fashion. I paired this look with Converse-like shoes, a staple of the 90s. Now into the mid-90s, where preppy fashion and the schoolgirl look came into popularity. I decided to recreate this Rachel look from the popular TV show Friends, which started in 1994, but the trend really took off after the 1995 romance comedy Clueless. This film was one of my favorites growing up because the wardrobe in the movie is just amazing. Now, I couldn't do 90s fashion without recreating this iconic 1994 photo of The Rock, complete with a chain over the turtleneck and a fanny pack. Everybody owned a fanny pack in the 90s, that's just a fact. This look was popular among both men and women of the time, with many celebrities rocking the black turtleneck jeans and black belt combination. Another clothing item that was everywhere in the 90s was the floral sundress. Mini or maxi didn't matter as long as it had sleeves or was layered over a white t-shirt. Everything was layered over a white t-shirt. You could pair this with some Mary Janes, clogs, or sneakers, but the perfect accessory was the bucket hat. The style of bucket hat is slightly different than that of today, but I really feel like the flatter brim is coming back. Another trend that has come back around is the leather blazer. In the 90s, leather blazers were worn by everyone, especially black leather. This piece is also very versatile, sometimes being worn dressed up with more formal wear, and other times being dressed down with a pair of jeans. I decided to recreate this Winona Ryder outfit, but I wish I had mid-rise jeans for this look because that style was becoming more popular. Plaid was super popular not only from the grunge trends, but from the preppy trends as well. Plaid and checkered patterns were popular for skirts and also pants. I decided to combine the plaid pants with the tank top layering trend. Like I mentioned earlier, everything was layered over a white t-shirt. Later on in the 90s, the t-shirt trend shifted a bit with smaller cuts and graphics, and the baby tee was born. This shrunken style was very popular and was usually paired with mid to low-rise bottoms. Waistbands traveled slowly downwards through the 90s, starting high-waisted, and by 1999, everyone's crack was out. I paired it with a low-rise maxi and some square-heeled sandals. I couldn't make this video without paying tribute to the Spice Girls, who to me were the most popular musical group of the late 90s. With Spice World coming out in 1997. I recreated the Sporty Spice staple look with a sports bra, Adidas pants, and chunky sneakers. The Adidas tearaway snap pants were absolutely everywhere, and seeing as this was the most wearable Spice Girls outfit, the look caught on.
And that is everything. Let me know which outfit or trend was your favorite and if you would wear any of these outfits today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more content, check out my other social media, all at Anorthidol. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking here, or watch another video right over here. Thanks for watching.